All right, there we go. Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. This is our regular series, Fierce Forward, on Mondays with the one and only Cindy DeCoster. We are going to be talking about collaborating and connecting versus competition or competing and criticizing. And we have a special guest with us today, the one and only Madie Fisher Zilke.
Hey, how are you?
All right, so Madie's here. We're going to talk all about this. Obviously, we're going to talk about Women's Council too, some, and real estate. But really, this is an overall universal message that I think a lot of us need to hear, and we all preach about all the time. So welcome. How y'all doing today?
Thanks, great. Doing good.
Good. All right, so let's do intros. Obviously, Cindy will take you up second. Let's do Madie since she's the special guest. Madie, tell them a little bit about you for those people who might be under a rock that don't know who Madie is.
All right. Well, my name is Madie Zilke, and I've been in real estate for about 5 years. I've been in business for myself for probably about 29 years. Never really worked for anybody, so very self-motivating and like to try new things and connect together. Hopefully, you're getting am I getting bad feedback here?
No, you sound good.
Okay, good deal. All right. This is all kind of new to me. This is a first. Last time I did it in person with Ted at the Citrus Club, so that was fun in itself. A little bit about me. I got 2 kids and little joys. They're now 15 and 16, and they're little miracles that I've waited for a long time. And been married almost 30 years this year, so kind of crazy. This September, so... But I'm loving life and feeling great, and lost a little weight. So trying to keep.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
And since I know he can't hear me, you're a saint for being married for 30 years.
I know, right? That's more than they. Well, I probably shouldn't say that.
You need a medal.
Yeah. It's more than manslaughter charges. So you would have been out early. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. All right, Miss Cindy DeCoster, for those people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about you, and then we will take a deep dive into this very cool topic.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm Cindy DeCoster. I am the co-owner with my husband of Fierce Realty. We opened our doors 2019, but we've been in the Central Florida real estate areas business since 2001. So we are in our 20th year, believe it or not. And so, it's amazing. And I have the privilege of serving the council at the local, state, and national level since 2009. And I love the council and love moving it and its members fiercely forward. So thank you for having this conversation, Chad and Madie.
Of course.
All you do to truly move the council fiercely forward. So
wonderful. Well, thank you. All right, so let's talk about the topic. We have all preached this to each other, I know, because we have all noticed how there are certain groups in our worlds. It's not just real estate, guys. It's everywhere, where the competition outweighs the collaboration and the criticizing outweighs the, what's the other one? The C, connecting. But a lot of people operate that way. And for some people, that's the only way they know how to. I mean, I remember when I first joined Women's Council, I was like, why do all these realtors want to be in the same room as each other? I didn't understand the concept of the collaboration in that particular industry. And so, but this is universal. We see this all the time on all of the events, the committees I'm on, the boards, the different things I go to. This is not just a real estate issue. This is just a people issue, trying to figure out how to refocus and maybe rethink the way they approach. So you all came up with this topic. I'll start with you, Cindy. Tell us what you think about the collaborative spirit versus the competitive spirit, and how do we begin to get past that?
So I always go back, thank you, Ted. I always go back to team sports. I think that the collective whole makes it a greater impact than any individual player. And if you work together, you can really move your mission, move your goal, move your ball, whatever it is, forward. And if you want to go further faster, it only makes sense to do it together. And when you're talking about real estate and business, we've shared. We have storms. We have storms in the area, so please forgive me. So anyhow, so in real estate, as a realtor, I do not do loans. I do not do title searches. I do not do inspections and stuff like that. But I have the connections with the professionals that are in their field of the specific. So it's a collaborative effort in general, as a chemical makeup of real estate in general, right? But moreover, when you learn from each other peer to peer, so Madie and I are both realtors. We both live, 5 minutes from each other, Madie?
Yeah,
Yet
yeah.
I've never felt in competition with her because I know she brings such a unique thing to the table that I can learn so much from her, and I think she thinks the same of me.
Yes.
Like she can learn from me.
Definitely.
And so together, our two brains is stronger than any individual one.
That's
Agreed.
right,
So, Madie, what do you say to people who say, but you're both going after the same clients, you're both going after the same buyers and sellers? Why would you ever want to collaborate with Cindy DeCoster?
Well, definitely, we're not going after necessarily the same buyers or sellers, or it could cross paths over time. But that's just the nature of what happens when we do live so close. But here's another view of it. What if she gets the listing that my buyer really needs? I'd rather work any day with Cindy than somebody I don't know. We could make the deal work together. We can get to the closing. We can finish that. Right now, I've got a buyer that's wanting in Harmony. She's in Harmony. So, if things come up and pop up, and in this market right now, you almost need to have a good working relationship with other realtors, because you're going to get beat out. But if they know who's on the other side of the deal, they know who our loan officer is, they know who's going to get the things closed. And you're almost like in a beginning, man, the sunlight just came through my window and put a shine on my forehead.
It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
The sun is shining. Yay.
Yeah, definitely. So those things, even like, collaborating together with title, they make me look brilliant sometimes. Sometimes I'm not even sure what in the world is going on. Connecting together. I had a situation the other day where the loan wasn't showing satisfactory, and it was from 2009. So because of connections I knew, we got that thing figured out and taken care of within a week from a bank that went out of business in 2009. So
Wow.
when you connect, and actually I met that gentleman that helped me through that through Women's Council, and he helped me get that figured out within a week, which would have taken months to track down. So keeping your connections and working together as a team. Why would you want enemies in this business? We're all trying to sell the properties we have or find the property for our buyers. So we have to work together.
Well, and I think that if you go into it with that mindset, instead of, I remember I would talk to, there's certain people that you talk to that are always going to be competitive. There is no rhyme or reason. And I've given up trying to convince them otherwise. Either they have the ability to understand it or they don't. And those are the kind of people that I feel like are beginning to be weeded out. Especially, I'll talk about real estate in specific, especially in our market right now. Because if I don't know you and I'm the listing agent and you send an offer in, I'm, like Madie said, I'm going to choose the offer normally if I have a good collaborative relationship with the realtor on the other side. If you've been pissy, I'll say it, it's Monday, pissy and moany and groany and angry and hard to deal with, do you think that realtor is actually going to accept your deal? No, they're going to already have had the experience on how hard it is to work with you, which means their loan could be a challenge, which means they don't know or respect the way the realtor is. And so why would they want to get into business with them for the next 30, 45 days, depending on the transaction? This is for all businesses, though, don't you think? I see people like in my industry, mortgage people are ruthless. There's not a lot of collaborative spirit. We don't have Women's Council of Mortgage People.
That's true.
We haven't progressed enough, but we do have that in the real estate world, and we have that in other industries. And I think it's so important for people to jump on that bandwagon. Cindy, isn't that one of the things that you always talk about when you give your presentations?
I do. It is my single most favorite thing about the council is that we are so collaborative in nature. I always say the council should complement your business, not compete with your business. It should, and I say that because, we are a volunteer organization. Let's be, so you are in a competitive business. You gotta love my internet. Sorry. So, so you got, so we're already in a very, 100% real, 100% commissioned business. So that let's just like put all our cards on the table. It's 100% commissioned business, and then you add this volunteerism that it could compete with what you are trying to accomplish, if you choose to look at it that way. And again, I always say, whatever you're looking for, you will find. You will find problems for every solution offered out there and figure out like, oh, that's not going to work because of this, and that's not going to work. Or you could go, you know what, that's a great way to look at things, and maybe I haven't looked at that side of the coin, or I haven't seen it in that light before. So whatever you're looking for, you will absolutely find. And in real estate specifically, the council most specifically, you can find such a collaborative nature. You can learn so much from everybody's experience, whether it's interpersonal or it's transactionally related. And again, people, we always say, people work with people they know, love, and trust, right? That's right. That's a universal statement. That doesn't matter about real estate. It's in life. And if you're a jerk and you continue to show up as one, I'm going to have to believe that you are. You know what I mean? Right. At the end of the day, I'm going to stop arguing with you, and I'm going to believe that's true. So,
well, and that's the thing. I mean, I think we all, like Madie, you and I both have talked about this before. We've had our haters in the past. I currently have a lot of haters in the present. So I used to take that personally, and then I realized that if I could shift my focus and spend time on the people who do have the collaborative and connective kind of spirit versus the criticizing and competitive, I will get a lot further. So I don't know if you guys do this, I've begun to bless and release the haters and, bless and release, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do anything for you. As a matter of fact, I've kept it in the back of my brain that I don't want to work with you. And if I don't want to work with you, that means you won't be able to work with anybody in my sphere. And I think that we taking the control back, I don't know about you, Madie, how have you handled it? Because you were president of organizations. You've lived in the same community since the earth cooled. I have too. But you obviously have experienced that. What made you shift? Or have you always been that person that's like, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to let it roll off my back? Nope. Wait, we can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There you go.
Okay,
nope,
sorry.
You're
I'm back.
You're back.
I used to let it really, when I was younger, I used to really let it get to me. It's like, why didn't they use me? Or why didn't they use my services, even in my other business or in real estate? It's like, oh, you know what? You have to keep moving forward. You can't watch and think, oh gosh, they didn't choose me over the other one. So you know what? That is just how it is. And before, it used to really get me down and thinking, oh God, but was at the beginning of real estate, I was new. So choosing someone more experienced, I get it. But now, as you move forward, you have to let those things go and just keep moving forward, because they will drag you down to, do you want to come into a group setting and encourage the people that need it? Or do you want to sit there in a corner with a group of people that are Nancy negative over here, just ripping people apart? No, I would rather not sit there with that garbage. Move forward, do the things that you're there for, change somebody's life, even if it's just for 1 second that you have the moment with them. Make a difference in their life and make an impact on them and move forward. But
what I love about both of you, and Cindy, you too, yes, 100%. What I love about both of you is that we've all discovered ways over time to circumvent that, to actually go, all right, you go be in the corner and be negative. You go be in the corner and be somebody who actually doesn't want, hold on, I got somebody in the room. Even though it has a sign on the door, Citrus Club, just for the record. We have dealt with that. And yet I feel like the three of us have found a way to go, all right, that's how you're going to be. You're going to put this roadblock, or your perceived roadblock. I'm skirting right around that thing, and you can go ahead and sit there all day long and commiserate, and you guys can all be negative together. I'm going to move forward. And I'm pretty sure that's what Cindy does all the time and has done, especially in the council and any organization. You have really just taken the high road and tried to get past that. Leave them in the dust.
Yeah.
I like to say that I like to say two things, and thank you for that. And I again, bless and release. I love that. But I always say, spend time with people that deserve your time, not demand your time. I think that's very true in real estate. It's very true in any organization, and I found that to be very true in the council. And
Yeah.
the good so outweighs the bad. Don't give any
Absolutely.
energy to those who do not serve you well, whether it is your business, your joy, your self-worth, or whatever. I gave advice to someone years and years ago, and I have that ringing in my ear all the time now. Personally, I have to hear it, and it is, they did not give you joy for the council. They don't have permission to steal it. And now I'm hearing that, in my own current environment, because it's a very wild thing that, I used to say I was my own worst critic, and now there's a line out the door of people that want a piece of you because of their own issues. You know what I mean? And I have to really put that in a box and just say, you know what, it really is theirs. They're not serving my mission to move us fiercely forward. That is my mission. If you've been under a rock, you don't, you don't know that is my mission for the council, is to move us as a network of successful realtors fiercely forward in advancing women as business leaders in the industry and the communities we serve. That is my mission. I feel it in my bones, and I love sharing it with like-minded people like the two of you. That is the source of my joy. And so I should not let anything or anyone deter me from that. And
Agreed.
So you deserve that.
That's right. That's right.
So tell us about, as we, this is how fast it goes, especially with two people. Tell us a little bit about Madie is I call it recovering, a former leader in our real estate world, even though I think she's always going to be a leader in my mind.
For sure.
You both have worked tirelessly for Women's Council. Cindy, why, I haven't asked this and I didn't prepare you for it, so here we go. Why are you running? What is it that you want to do? You want to bring your message. I mean, I'll tell you why I'm happy you're running, and then you can go from there. Okay. I'm happy you are, and running's probably the wrong word, you were slated for this position for national. And but we were just talking about how exhausting people can be and how crazy it can get and how we're constantly being positive. Why are you running? What is it that you want to do next?
So thank you for that. And I love to help. That is at my core, that's who I am. Why the council, though? And I think that's the question that you're asking. Why am I choosing to pull myself into this? We have been through so much change as the Women's Council of Realtors. We've tweaked our mission statement to advancing instead of empowering. So yes, we've empowered you now. Now we need to advance you. We need to keep moving that laser focus to the next. And the next step is advancing women as business leaders. And so I love that. And I've been at the table, I've been in the room, then I've been at the table for all these years as all these changes are happening. And now I think it's time that we work really hard on implementing and making sure that everybody gets why the changes were made, how the changes will look and shape. And I want to continue the work that I've been part of getting moved forward. And so it is a very targeted mission of the council to advance women. And in a time where we're preached and it's necessary to have this inclusion and collaboration focus, that is true. It is absolutely true. but we are a network of successful realtors. We're not targeted to one specific group. We are targeted to an industry, right?
That's right.
And
Yep.
so, and what our mission is to advance women. And how are we going to do that? Our vision is to be the voice of women in real estate. How are we going to do that? I'd love to be part of that solution. I'd love to be part of that. And I want to continue that effort and on that track. So
Fantastic. All right.
All
right, so
interruption, but yes, that
so
is
you're
why.
good.
That is
I love
why.
it. The why is so important. We had a lot of people ask that over the last couple of weeks, and I kept meaning to tell you I was going to ask that, and I forgot. See, this is what happens.
Okay.
But you answered it beautifully. All right, so
Yes, you did.
I know CindyForTheCouncil.com is scrolling across the bottom. Before we get to that, and Cindy tells you how you can best reach her, we got to ask Madie. Madie, what's the best way for people to reach you, find you, figure out who you are, get involved, maybe utilize your services? Because you've got businesses, you've got stuff that you're doing.
That's right.
Beautiful community out there.
You can find me on Facebook at Madie Fisher Zilke. I also have a real estate page, Madie Fisher Realtor, on there, so you can find it there. Email me, call me, text me, whichever. And you'll find all that information through the Facebook link. You'll see the different information. One thing with Cindy, though, as far as you advancing women, I've seen you do it on a local level. Me personally, I've seen you advance me personally and our local network, even through Orlando, Osceola. Then you've moved it on to a state level. We couldn't be more proud to have you representing our state, much less on a national level. I know you advance women wherever you go, no matter if it's on a small local one-on-one, if it's a state level, or all the way through national level. I've seen you do it. Watching since I've started in real estate and women's council. Didn't know you at the beginning, and I've seen you lead and advance women. So that's a great thing to be. And we 5 minutes away. How could we not have a mentor that close and not support? So. Anyway, but yeah, you
That's
can find
fantastic.
me.
You know what? I purposely did not ask you that because I didn't want to put you on the spot, and I'm so glad that you did it all on your own. That was not rehearsed, dudes.
Oh no, that wasn't. No, and that's from the heart because
I love that, and I was going to ask you that. And I thought, you know what? That'll seem so pre-done. Even though anybody who watches the shows know I don't give anybody any questions beforehand.
Right.
But thank you for that. I'm very happy because I feel the exact same way. All right, Cindy. Wrap it up for us. Tell us how people can reach you, learn more about what you're doing, learn more about Women's Council, all that good stuff.
Thank you. Please check out my website. That again was speaking of collaborative effort from Ted and his connections with Ivan Roca at VIP Mortgage. I'm so appreciative. You guys have done an amazing job and helping put all this together. So again, Cindy, the number 4, thecouncil.com is my website. Again, collaborative effort from VIP Mortgage and Ivan Roca. So thank you for that. But it has on there where I've been and what I've done, and more importantly, how I can help take that information and move you forward. So check it out, Cindy, the number 4, thecouncil.com. It has my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube channel, all of my credentials and such on that. It also has my personal cell phone and my email. So if I can help move you forward wherever your next needs to take you, I'm happy to help you push that way. So thank you.
Fantastic. Listen, if you all are voting members of Women's Council of Realtors, I want you to get out and vote. Again, nothing scripted here. Cindy never asks me to say that, and I am remiss by not saying it more often. So please get out and vote. Your vote really matters and counts. You all, I love both of you. I respect you, admire you. Thank you for all that you do for me and for our community. It's not just real estate that you guys do amazing things for. It's the entire community. So thanks for being on the show, Madie, our special guest. And thank you, Cindy, for the council, Cindy DeCoster. We'll be back next week. You guys check it out. We'll see you soon.